So, CinderRuby Part 2. Where were we?
The prince was just telling his dad that he wanted to marry Ruby.
Oh yeah, thank you. So, the prince and the king ran to the door and grabbed the doorman.
Quick! Who was that fantastic girl that was dancing with the prince?
Said the king. The doorman said,
That was Ruby. Ruby is one of the defenders of... Oh, this isn't fair!
Oh, go on, do the voice.
Ruby is one of the defenders of Rocktropolis.
Said the doorman.
One of the teeth of time.
Wrong voice.
One of the teeth of time.
The king said,
Well, I want her address. First thing in the morning, on my desk.
And sure enough, the next morning the king got up, and on his desk was a sheet of paper with an address. It said, Ruby, one of the teeth of time, and
defender of Rocktropolis.
You really like that voice?
I love that voice.
Quick! Said the prince. Fetch me my horse!
Don't be stupid!
Said the king.
Use the car like everyone else.
Oh yeah, said the prince. And the prince went and got in the car with the piece of paper and set off
to Rocktropolis,
where he ended up at the laboratories of
the Teeth of Time Defenders of Rocktropolis.
He knocked on the door. The door was open. Inside, the three girls stood looking at him. He dropped to one knee and said, Ruby, Ruby, you are so awesome. You are just the best dancer I've ever seen. Your entrance and exit were so dramatic. I must marry you and make you my future queen. Ruby looked at him. Ruby looked at her sisters. Her sisters looked back at her. Then she turned to the prince and put her hands on her hips and said, No! That has to be one of the most stupid ideas I've ever heard. What on earth makes me being great at dancing and with the ability to make a fantastically dramatic entrance and exit a suitable candidate for being your queen? That's no basis for a good government. Oh, said the prince. But we know what we need to do to sort you out, said Ruby. You do? Said the prince. Yes, Bryony said. You need some lights. Tanith said. You need a decent sound system. And the girls chorused together. And you need to be able to rock. But how? Said the prince. The girls raised one eyebrow each. That's not one between the six eyebrows. One eyebrow each. And 3 phone calls later, the prince was back in his car heading back home, followed by a big truck. He got to the castle.
Well, where is she?
Said his dad.
Where is your future queen?
She's not coming, Dad.
What?
Said the king. She's not coming, Dad.
But what about the future of Folkehampton?
We've got it covered, Dad.
Go on.
And in not very long, a lighting rig had been installed. A decent PA system had been installed. A good sound engineer had been found. He was asleep in the back of the truck. And then they introduced the folk band to the idea of rock.
Folk rock,
said his dad.
I like it. There's chance for you yet, son.
And from that day on, everybody in Folkhampton was happy.
Well, most of them.
You can't please everybody all the time, can you? The end. Good night, girls.